As the sun disappeared behind the streets of Benin City, fear took its place. Businesses closed early. Families rushed indoors. Police checkpoints multiplied across the city. One name dominated radio broadcasts: Lawrence Anini. To some, he was the country's most wanted armed robber. This is the story of his rise, the nationwide manhunt that followed, and the events that ultimately led to his capture. But who was Lawrence Anini? He grew up in Nigeria during a period marked by economic hardship and rising crime. Historical accounts suggest he was involved in crime before becoming nationally known. Authorities believed he was leading one of the country's most notorious armed robbery gangs. Soon, his name would be known across Nigeria. By 1986, police believed they were tracking an organized armed robbery gang. The gang moved quickly, striking before disappearing into the night. Witnesses often struggled to describe what had happened. Each new incident intensified public concern. Authorities expanded the search across the region. The hunt had become one of Nigeria's biggest criminal investigations. But the man they were looking for was still out there. As reports of armed robberies spread, fear grew across southern Nigeria. Many residents changed their daily routines, hoping to avoid danger after dark. Businesses shut their doors earlier than usual. Police patrols became more frequent, but the gang continued to evade capture. Each new report increased the pressure on investigators. Across the country, one question remained: who was helping Anini stay one step ahead of the authorities? The answer would reveal a deeper problem than anyone expected. Months passed, yet Lawrence Anini remained at large. Investigators faced a frustrating question: how did the gang keep staying one step ahead? Authorities began investigating whether confidential information was being leaked. Historical accounts describe allegations that corruption complicated the investigation. With every passing week, public pressure on law enforcement intensified. The search was no longer just for one man. Then, investigators received a lead that could change everything. The call would set in motion the operation that brought one of Nigeria's most notorious fugitives to an end. After months of searching, the investigation reached a turning point. Authorities believed they finally knew where Anini was hiding. A carefully planned operation was put into motion. The search led officers to a residential neighborhood in Benin City. The operation ended with Lawrence Anini being arrested. News of the arrest spread rapidly across Nigeria. For many Nigerians, one of the country's most intense manhunts was finally over. But the story was not yet finished. A trial and a lasting legacy still lay ahead. Following his arrest, Lawrence Anini was brought before the courts to face multiple criminal charges. The case attracted national attention as Nigerians followed every development. The court ultimately found him guilty of multiple offenses. He was sentenced to death under Nigerian law. His execution marked the end of one of Nigeria's most widely known criminal cases of the 1980s. Decades later, the story of Lawrence Anini continues to be discussed in books, documentaries, and conversations about crime and policing in Nigeria. His story remains a reminder of the consequences of violent crime and the importance of justice and accountable institutions. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more true crime stories from Africa and around the world.